Hello, guys. Good afternoon, good morning, and good night, depending on where you're joining me from. If you can hear me and if you can hear me loud and clear, kindly respond on the chat box, please. If you can hear me, respond on the chat box, right? So that we kick started immediately. If you can hear me, please. That's actually the problem. Come in. Just give me a few minutes, please. We
Why is it
can.
echoing?
That's
Mm, this is-
okay. Please, if my voice is echoing, can you let me know so that I can quickly share my screen so we start? I want us to discuss the beginner's knowledge you will need on US 30, right? I do not want to take a whole lot of your time here. So let me quickly share my screen. Sharing a screen. We can hear you. I can see. Yeah. Share screen. Share screen. Okay. Just a minute, please. Okay. If you can see my screen, kindly respond, please. You too, you should check if you can see my screen. Kindly respond if you can see my screen, right? Okay. Please help me close the door. All right. Welcome, guys, and let me properly introduce myself. Big Shams, and for people that are joining me for the first time, you all know that I trade only US 30, and actually, I haven't given out any serious information on US 30 of recently because I'm still working on some content, but because of the pressure, I quickly want to say some few things that may be of help to you on US 30, right? Now, US 30 is actually not like other currency pairs you guys are trading. It's quite very different from what you're doing. US 30 is just a combination of 30 companies. And when you're buying US 30, when you're buying US 30, you're more like investing, right? And when you're selling US 30, you are also an investor. Now, it's quite sorry, I'm trying to fix this network because it's very bad here again. I don't know why. The network still is very bad. All right. So let's continue, please. Yeah, best believe next time we will do better, right? You know, everything is gradual. Next time we will do better. So let me share my chart with you guys and let me explain everything you will want to know on US30. But before then, how are you guys doing? What's happening to your trading? Are you guys really making it? What's the problem? What's the issue? Do you have any problem with the chart? Just a minute, please. All right, this is US30 chart. Now, I said that as a US30 trader, you are trading like an investor, not people that buy currency pairs. Maybe you buy what dollar and you're willing to sell for CAD. No, you trade US30 as an investment strategy, right? That is why you will pay attention seriously to CNBC. Now, what this means is that okay, our decision in everything determine what CNBC is saying. Now, US30 is moved by CNBC, and CNBC is moved by investors who are willing to invest in that currency pair at that moment. Now, the best time frame to trade US30 is from 2 p.m. down to up till 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. African time, right? So it means that once it's New York section, because you all know that 2 p.m. up until what 6 p.m. is around those New York sections. And that's where there's a crazy volatility in the market, and that's when you can be able to get a whole lot of money. Do not forget that US30 is moved by CNBC, and CNBC is determined by investors. Now we have first 5 companies, and the remaining 25 companies, they are more like insignificant, or they don't really have that much information or power to move the market in a direction. Now, US30 has a total market capital of 9.5 trillion, right? The total capital of market on US30, combination of these 30 companies will give you 9.5 trillion. But the first 2 companies, which we call them giant of them all, have took almost 40% of it, which the number one most strongest company is Apple, which is running on almost 2.5 trillion, then followed by Microsoft, which is running on almost 2.1 trillion. So when you add 2.5 trillion and you add what 2 trillion, you add them together, that should give you like 4.5 trillion. Now, when we minus 4.5 trillion, we will discover that, okay, the main companies, they've already taken the market share. So it means that whenever we want to trade US30 and CNBC is telling us, okay, we should buy, right? And then those numbers of companies that are telling us to buy, they are not actually strong in the market. It means that that signal is what void, or some people will call it breakup. Now, first thing first, for you to what be a profitable trader on US30, you need to understand that major movement on the market happens on what psychological level. So what you will want to do is what control your psychological level. And psychological level on US30 is a difference of 100 pips. For example, now this psych level is 33500, right? You can see 33500 here. Next one should be what 33600. The next one should be 33700. That's the first thing you have to do when you want to trade US30. After you have drawn your psychological level from where the market started to where the market will be relevant to you in at least 1 month, because you wouldn't want to be waking up every day and be drawing psychological level. Now, when you finish drawing your psychological level, the next thing you have to do at this moment right now is to what? Go back, switch your time frame to 15-minute time frame, as I am right now here. When you switch your time frame to 15-minute time frame, then you try to trace any reasonable movement in the market. And when we said reasonable movement, it means that if there's any serious move from, let's say, 100 to 300 pips, you try to trace it. You will discover that, okay, major movement happens on psychological level. Out of 10 movement, right, you will find out that almost 7, sometimes 6 majorly happen on psychological level. That is why psychological level become one of our main confluence, and it's not only one of our main confluence, but it's constant. We don't enter a trade if it is not on psych level. If it is on psych level, that's when we pay attention to the trade. But if it is not on psych level, we don't enter a trade. Now, let me give you a quick advice before a quick example before we continue, right? Let's go and backtest and see some signals. Now, this is a movement almost 900 pips in the market. We will measure it together, right? Now, look at this movement now. From here up until here, which is 200 pips, right? From here to here, 200 pips on psychological level. This move again to here, which is 230 pips, also on psychological level. This buy here again, from here to here, also on psychological level. Likewise, this is a good and a fast word summary of what you need to understand as a US30 trader. That once I have what plot my what psychological level is 33, which is a difference of 100 pips, sorry, a difference of 100 pips. Once I'm done with plotting my psychological level, my entry should be on psych level. The market is not on psych level, I'm not going to take action. This is a clear zoom again, right? And you see it here, right? Move from here happens on psychological level. On what? How many pips difference are? The difference is what 100 pips. From first psychological level to the next psychological level is 100 pips. From next psychological level to next psychological level is 100 pips. Why is it 100 pips? Because it's very, very volatile. Because of the volatility, because of the volatility, that is why we choose what 100 pips as stop loss. Now, sorry, 100 pips as what psychological level. Now, the maximum stop loss you should be using as a US30 trader should be around 50 pips. Why? Because US30 is very volatile, you wouldn't want to be what putting a tight stop loss. That's number one. You wouldn't want to be putting a tight stop loss because it will end up what taking your stop loss out and then go into your direction. Please, Vincent Phil said that my network is breaking. I don't know. Please, if you can hear me, please kindly respond on this box, right? So what I want to teach you today, what I want to quickly teach you or summarize today is just this. One, if you want to trade US30, because you know that US30 help us to flip the network is very poor and it's almost everywhere, but believe me, I will do better next time. First thing, just draw your psychological level, choose your chart. Currently, I am using what? First thing, draw your psychological level, a difference of 100 pips from here to the next one, here to the next one. After you have drawn your psychological level, the next thing you are to do is just go back and check in a kind of way you're trying to backtest what the chart, right? Go back and check the chart and see any reasonable movement in the market. Where does that movement start from? You always observe that it starts from what? Psychological level, right? When I say reasonable movement, I mean any movement of almost 100 pips, 200 pips, or 400 pips, right? It happens on psychological level. For those people that are asking, how will I count my pips and the rest? Just take it easy. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know on US30. But of course, you know that it won't just be in just one Zoom like this, one YouTube live like this that I will just teach you everything you need to know. First thing, I need to work on my network again here, and then I need to finish some small settings. So believe me, a real and a good information is about to hit your way pretty soon. So get your chart and draw your psychological level. Once you've drawn your psychological level, then just observe the movement in the market. market, I think if you can do this, you will save yourself a whole lot of stress. Then we take it from once we it for 2 to 3 months to check the movement, right? So if you have any question, please kindly type it so that I can continue, please. All right. Now this is it. Repeating myself. Psychological level and weak rejection are one of our main confluences. In short, we pay attention to them more than any other thing when it comes to strategy, right? So you will do yourself a big favor if you are somebody like me that, okay, we are battling with smaller account, right? If you are having anything from $20,000 downward, you're trading it live account. I'm not even talking about profit here. And you really want to flip an account to something reasonable. I think this is the right time for you to pay attention to this pay because it's very volatile, and because of the volatility, it always give out serious amount of money at long run, right? So if you've drawn your psychological level and everything, and you've back test it for at least 2 to 3 months, you will come to peace that you will realize that major movement happens on psychological level. Now, there's something that you also need to understand. If you are trading US30, the price on your broker is different from the price on another man's broker or another trader broker. Even when you are trading the same strategy, the same analysis at the same time, right? So if I should send you signal now, for example, let's give an example with this live chat that is dropping. Now, if I should say, okay, sell US30 now. If I said sell US30, let me make the prediction very well. So okay, if I should say sell US30 at here, and my stop loss should be above this recent high, right? Let's say I'm giving out 50 pips, 50 pips. So I will come and trace it here, right? And then the pip value is what? 34652. So if I send you the stop loss as 34652 and you're not actually using this very broker on TradingView, you're not going to get it. You will not get it because it may be showing you what 49 pips here, but when you use your own broker, you will see almost what 100 pips. So you will want to come here, search for US30. When you search for US30, you go after them. The one I'm using, although is in alignment with what Quacol, Hantech, and my Forex fund FTM or 2, they are using this very chart, right? So you may discover that, okay, your own broker is not using US30 or Wando, rather he is using what? Any other broker on TradingView. So when you discover that, you just need to trace it. You trace it by comparing it to what? Your MT5 or MT4. Now, when you've traced it already and you've compare it and you discover that, okay, price and chart are the same thing, that's the one you should be using. Our analysis, our point of entry and everything the same, but based on the broker we're using, it will never be the same, right? So if you are using the same broker and the same analysis, the chart will never be the same, right? The value will be different. So this is just short video that I wanted to drop for you guys. Um, Umburu said that I should get Sterling. Yeah, there's no Sterling here in this axis. So if you have any, Isaac is saying Kiblowi, okay? And who else? Just you need to understand that US30 is on a buy. US30 is basically a buy, is not a sell. Isaac is asking, calculation of US30 and NASA is much better than other pairs. Just enter the market once you click on buy and set your SL, then minus your entry point from your SL, or minus your SL from your entry point. That not everybody will understand what you just said, right? There are so many ways to get what your stop loss, how calculate your PIP and the rest on US30. Isaac, this is what you're saying. Well, it still varies. There's the simplest way to do this, and I'm going to show you guys. So there's a very, very simplest way to get this. So as time goes on, you will learn everything. Does NFP and high impact news on Forex Factory affect US30? Crazy, madly. It's US30. US stand for dollar, right? You are using dollar to make investment, to purchase it. So high impact news really would affect US30 and NAS 100. In short, I think CPI, if there's a CPI, you expect a move of almost 200 to 500 pips within just some few minutes, right? So high impact news drastically affect what US30. Okay. Please, is there a video we can learn how to measure and calculate psychological level? Yes, I'm going to drop it, the video on YouTube, how to calculate your psychological level and how to calculate your proper risk to reward ratio on different broker, not only one broker, but on different brokers. Kindly start a mentorship group, boss. We join times. Not really. I'm still working on, because mentorship will always take your time from trading. So I'm still working to make more money first before I will think of mentorship. But of course, I'm with you guys on YouTube and the rest. Man like Shams. Thank you, Daniel. Now, I'm just giving you guys two assignments. Just two assignments. Draw your psychological level, one. Go back and backtest any serious movement in the market. So any serious buy or sell in the market, where does that movement start from? Is it on psychological level or is it on random number? These are the only thing I'm giving you assignment to do on. If you really want to take this US30 serious, I believe you will work on this assignment, because you know that this US30 is something that will quickly and fastly give you money on smaller account. So I said, your camera is lagging, voice sounding before your mouth moving, no synchronization. Don't worry, we will work on all these things. Sooner or later, you won't see them again. Everything will be worked on soon. From which time frames are? The time frame you have to draw your psychological level, any time frame, but of course you know that you are dealing with higher time frame this time around, because you want to draw it so that it will be very, very reasonable for you in the next like 1 month or 2 months. So you draw them as many as you can. So I advise what 1 hour time frame, or at most 4 hour time frame. So I think even though the presentation is poor, very, very poor due to network and the rest, but we're going to try again, and gradually we will be better. What matters is the information, not even the appearance and the rest. What really matters is the information. So do this, get your psychological level, backtest your psychological level for at least 2 months or 3 months, then just leave any other thing. Do not even go further than what I just told you, right? Just backtest it and leave everything. Then we will be fine in the next YouTube live, and then subsequently the video I will be dropping on US30. So if you have any question, you can quickly ask me. But if you don't, I think we're okay for the day. But how are you really doing? You know, trading is far beyond strategy, right? Strategy is just infinitesimal. Strategy is just there's a whole lot of things you need to understand when you're trading. There's a whole lot of things. So strategy is just there. What do you advise on funding a small account with Handtake? My advice, you know, actually there are some brokers that you can't even trade US30 with them if you're using a smaller amount of money. But Handtake, they are good. Even $10, you can trade US30 with them because their spread is very, very tight. It's very, very tight. So you can go for Handtake, but there are some brokers that the spread alone will take you out. It will take you to village. You don't want to go back to bank, right? You know, the truth is I really love this family, and I have so much information I will want to share on this platform, right? So much information. In short, if you guys are on my Instagram and my WhatsApp, you will discover that we've been shooting content since, just that we will upload them at once, and it's like total package full of information and anything you will need to know. So Handtake, you can work, use $10 and above and trade US30. Are you presently in Jos? No, I'm not in Jos. I'm in Lagos, and I don't know when I may be coming back to Jos anytime soon. What is the best price to pick psychological level? Psychological level on US30 is just a difference of 100 pips, not 50. I know you guys know about 50, but this time around is 100 pips. So you go back and just draw it as many as you can so that it will be relevant for you guys. So if you're drawing your psychological level, draw it on at least 4-hour time frame, and draw it many. Don't be waking up and want to draw psychological level again. Draw it so that you will use it for a whole lot of time. Someone is saying, what of Xness? Abubakar, I don't trade US30 on Xness because their spread is very, 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 very high on US30. Back to village, SAP, yes, Ferdinand, anything you're doing on this chart, you should be very, very careful. During the time we are learning Forex, it's not as difficult as right now, because the time we are learning Forex, there's money in circulation in the country. One, that's one thing you need to understand. There's money in circulation. Two, the dollar rate to naira rate is not really high. Dollar as of then was around 350. Maximum you will see it on 400. And money is hard to come by for those people that are doing 9 to 5. But right now, people that are learning Forex right now, it's quite difficult for you to raise that money because dollar is on a very, very high level. And then there's no job forthcoming for people that are doing 9 to 5. That is why it's quite difficult and frustrating for people that are learning right now. But I tell you, there's always a way around it. And what is that way? Always know that if you are not at peace to risk that amount of money, do not even deposit it. That's number one. Number two, always ensure that no matter how small the profit is, always withdraw. Appreciate any amount, appreciate it. During my time, like 4 years ago, I used to withdraw even if it is $2. Once I enter the market and I make profit, immediately I will withdraw ASAP. If I entered and would make money, I withdraw ASAP. You understand? So some days now you will discover that I will make a withdrawal of I will place a withdrawal, almost 10 withdrawals. But what is the amount? Just some will be $2, some will be $4, some will be $5 maximum. My broker had to tell me that why am I withdrawing like that? I should just allow the money to pile up, then withdraw at the end of the day. But me, I know myself. If I should allow the money to pile up, I will be carried away, and then I will feel like, okay, I can take it big. Before you know it, I will lose everything I've worked for. So if you are starting, I advise you to always withdraw. Always withdraw, no matter how small the amount is. Always withdraw. Never you take chance, because if you do, if you blow account now, if you blow account now, you go hear am. If you actually blow account now, you go hear am. So you need to be extremely careful, right? Except except you've met except you've made a whole lot of money. If not, bro, any amount you see in the chart, withdraw. I know that your broker will be sad with you, because they just want you to be compiling money, because they know that this thing works with what your psychology and your feelings. You know, anytime you compile profit and the rest, you will end up losing it. That's how it is. You will end up what blowing their account, because your mind is already programmed. You want to make what bigger amount of money with just your $100, of which you know that is not possible. So if you have $100 or $200, even if you have $1,000 in your trading account, I always tell people, if you're good in trading, $1,000 should be like, okay, it will cater for your needs. It will buy you food, buy you data, and probably like you will live a local average life. I don't know if you understand. A local average life, that's what you will live. Share you get. But if you want to make thousands of dollars with $1,000, it means that you are what? Flipping it. And flipping comes with two what? Edges. You can either blow it, or it can either go to your direction. So if it goes to your direction, you're going to make money. But if you blow it, you're on your own. Now the thing comes with this. If you actually blow an account, can you stand it? I can afford to blow $1,000 and I will be happy, go outside and laugh. But when I was starting, if I blow $10, I will be crying. So it's what? Stage by stage, right? So you guys will be fine. Hello, Shams. I noticed the CNBC usually change update during the day. Can you please tell us when it changed and how that should affect our buyers? This will be on our next YouTube live. You guys should just try and go and do what? Draw your psychological level. Pay attention to the movement. That's all. That's the only thing I want you guys to do. Just draw your psych level on US30. Pay attention to the movement. Let it be step by step, right? CNBC is their father. It's everything that you need to know. But we start from somewhere. Mr. Dennis. So I think if there is no any other question, we call it a day. It was nice having you guys here. It was very, very nice. And let's keep trying. Let's keep trying. Let's keep trying. Best believe that the next YouTube live I'm going to hold with you guys is going to be massive, and it's going to be nice. The network is very poor right now. I don't know. It has been like that. It has been like that. Even when they said it's 5G, but we don't know whether this one is fake 5G or what. But gradually, if you can learn on the YouTube live, of course you will learn on the video I'm going to drop. Can you be uploading video, Alexino? Can you be uploading videos? Yes. If you observe, I've been posting some videos that doesn't have word voice. That's because we are working on it. We are working on the content. I want, once we drop it, it will be total package on YouTube, right? I'm I'm having sleepless night working on this creating the content for you guys. Everything you need to know on US study, how to maneuver CNBC, how to trade, how to measure and count your stop loss and PIP with different brokers. So it's nothing to, you have no issue. Yes, I will, I will, I will, I will, I will. So if there's no any question, we call it a day. Just know that the family is growing. We start from Norway and gradually we are going to reach somewhere soon. By God's grace, we start from Norway and gradually we were not where we started from. So we're going to be fine. So if there's no any question, we call it a day, right? Have a nice day, guys. Bye-bye. Bye. Peace out.